Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy coming at you again, Derek Tadpole Dallas, Mary Dallas, baby boy. I just wanted to tell everybody again, thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's really been so fun and fulfilling doing these videos because it's giving me a platform to share the things that I feel like I've learned and allowing me an opportunity to be able to hear some insight from different people. And it's allowing me to be able to just learn and grow from you guys as well as the things that I already know. So it's like a perpetual cycle to continue to learn stuff. And so it's just fun, and I'm just grabbing all kind of different stuff and just encouraging words that you've been sending to me and sharing with me. I really appreciate that. I do know that everybody's not gonna like me. I'm not on this channel for everybody. I'm on here for whoever I feel that's going to take in what's being said, and hopefully it's designed to encourage them and help them in some way or another. I want to say this too. I know when I told you a couple of videos back that I was still kind of struggling with what to name the channel or because remember I told you I started out initially as I needed to hear that. Then I saw somebody else had that channel, that name, and one of the young guys told me I could name it that channel, so y'all remember that part. But I changed it to who needed to hear that. So something came to me, a good way to be able to fix both of those things. I'm gonna call the channel Who Needed to Hear That. But at the end, if it's a good response and it was something good and encouraging to you, I want you to type in the comments, I needed to hear that. So it's gonna let me know, hey, I helped you and you helped me. We're just gonna reciprocate this thing. Is that all right? Well, I appreciate that. Make sure you tell your friends to subscribe, to like, to comment, to even share all the videos. I've talked to a lot of people and had a lot of, not just through YouTube, but also personal text messages, how these things that I've been sharing is really helping them. And it's really reciprocating. It feels really good. So that's what it's all about. And I say that to you all the time. We're here to help one another, you know, and I feel good about that. Today I want to talk about something that came to me at work. I work at a barbershop, and you guys know this because I've talked about it before. It's a bunch of guys in there, and anybody know about a barbershop, you know, everybody in the barbershop is a superhero. Folks, everybody's undefeated in the barbershop. Nobody loses. Everybody wins. You got guys coming there. You got everybody. Nobody has no degrees, but you got scientists. You got lawyers. You got doctors. Now, nobody went to school for this stuff. They only went to school for barbering. But you got psychiatrists. You got everything. So we got all kind of people that come through the barbershop. And so we let them be their superhero, whoever they want to be in the time that they're in that barbershop. Ourselves included. We clown on each other all the time. Well, today we was at work, and we was having lunch, and one of the barbers, he was in there, and he had left some Tupperware that his wife had fixed some breakfast for him, and he left the Tupperware in there, and he had been there several days. So the Tupperware was in the barbershop, and he kept forgetting to take it home. So today he told us, hey man, make sure y'all give me that Tupperware. And we started teasing him. We started teasing him because we said, every man knows, boy, a wife will kick off in your behind about her Tupperware. Now, I don't know what the infatuation is with some Tupperware. I don't know what that's all about. It's an infatuation. Don't leave my Tupperware up there. Don't take my Tupperware out of here. Make sure you clean my Tupperware when you finish. And you're like, good gracious. Like, you're married to the Tupperware. But I came to understand something today, and that's what I want to title this video. It's not about the Tupperware. It's not about the Tupperware. I want you to follow what I'm saying. When he told us, I'm not going to forget this Tupperware, I can't forget it another day, we begin to tease him. And then a thought came to me, it's not really about the Tupperware to his wife. Don't get me wrong now, the Tupperware is hers, it's a part of it. But I teased him because we were saying he'll kick everybody behind in here today in order to get that Tupperware out of this barbershop and back to his house. And the reason why we said that is because he knows he's getting threatened at the house about the Tupperware. But I found this out, and he's been married about 13 years. So we all pretty much been married for a good bit of time in there, all the barbers. It's funny because when we was talking, I said, you know what? If you really think about it, she looks at that Tupperware as, by him leaving it there and not respecting her wishes and her values. It's not about the Tupperware. It's about, more so about him. It's something that she's connected to and something that she cares for. Now, this is my point. Many times in marriages and relationships, we minimize what our spouse or our wife or our boyfriend or our girlfriend cares about because it's not important to us. What you need to understand is you have to learn to make what's important to them important to you. Now, all cases, you don't need to turn up and go crazy just because, you might not feel the same way, but you need to listen to their point of view because their point of view is something that's important to them. Now, I want to talk about marriages for a second. See, in a marriage, the two are one. When the person gets married, and I'm talking about a marital relationship at this moment, when the two become one, when they turn, after this person has given their vows and they turn to two and they walk out, they say, I want to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Derek Terrell Dallas. Why do they say that, Mr. and Mrs. Derek Terrell Dallas? Because these two people now have become one. They merged together, become one. So what I mean is, you're not always going to see one-on-one. You're not going to always see the same thing, but that's what you're endeavoring to do. So if something as simple as Tupperware, you want to make it your business or whatever it may be, try to understand where your wife or your husband or your spouse or your friend in a relationship, where y'all trying to, what common goal y'all trying to achieve. You might not particularly always agree with it because Tupperware may be stupid to you, but it's not to her. A football game might be stupid to you, but it's not to him. I'm telling you, spanking the child and not spanking the child may be stupid to one, but not to the other. But what I'm saying is, it's not about the Tupperware. It's not about the Tupperware. And see, what you have to grasp is, especially with your wife, and men can understand this very easily. Very easily. Your wife is really your voice, but in a different octave. I'm not saying she's your puppet master. I'm saying she's your voice in a different octave. My wife is what I sound like in a female voice. Oh, let me clear this up. What I'm saying is, what you do to her, you did to me. I'm telling you, any man that have somebody can do something to their wife any kind of way and they don't have a problem with it, something is wrong with them. They don't understand this. They don't understand that what you did to her, you did to me. If you did something to my wife, you did it to me. I don't know if I'm being too deep for y'all. I don't know. This might be a little bit too deep. What I'm saying is when it comes to relationships, you're trying to endeavor to become one. You're trying to learn how to be able to think alike when you need to think alike and think differently when you think differently, but also to come together as one. Let me say it like this. Men think more tunnel vision. We tunnel vision. We see right down, we see what we want to do. The woman say something going on and we try to zero in hot right to get to it. This is what we gonna do. We get our tool belt, we put it on, and this is what we gonna do. Women think more panoramic. They think about the what ifs. Well, I know that's what you want to do, but what if this happened, or what if that happened, or did you think about this, Derek? Or did you think about that, Sean? Or did you think about that, Patrick? Or did you think about that, Bomani? Did you think about that? No. Where you mess up at is when you don't understand that she thinks panoramic and you think tunnel for a reason. It's not good for two people to be tunnel visioned or two people to be panoramic, because you will never make a decision or choice about nothing. Remember, it's not about the Tupperware. It's about trying to get you to see what's important, the thing that's important to her, or the thing that's important to him. It's about turning this dot vision into one vision. And many times it's gonna take her thinking one way and you thinking one way, so that in the end y'all can come to one picture. I guess somebody can grasp that. I guess somebody can understand that. I think somebody sees what's being said. But my point is, I want you to know and understand that in a case like this, it's not really about always what your spouse is initially saying or what the person is initially saying. It's not always about that. It's about the bigger picture. The bigger picture is getting you to see what they see. And so many times we've gotten in arguments because a man speaks one language and a woman speaks another. My wife done these things over the years that I really thought I knew, but I realized we speak different languages. And we have been married next month 25 years. And I'm not talking about I've been married 5 to 5 different women for 5 different years to 5 different women. I've been married to one woman for 25 years. And we've been together almost 30 years. Next year we've been together 30 years. She hated when I say this, but I tell her I raised her from a little girl. She said, boy, you ain't raised me nothing. But it's funny because I think about how we have evolved and we've grown and we've changed. And so I've learned over the years that many times you have to listen. You have to listen. And you might not interpret it the same way she does. Or she might not interpret it the same way you do. But it's something that you learn to try to understand. You endeavor to understand where they're coming from. Even not understanding, just listening and not belittling or minimizing their point of view. Because sometimes we can minimize their point of view because we don't agree with it, or we can indirectly minimize it by not really paying attention to what they're saying. And y'all know your wife will quiz you in a minute. My wife would throw a pop quiz on me in a minute and ask me, did you hear what I just said? So I turn the TV down if I have to, because I understand that, oh, it's gonna be a test. And I might not always hear that little thing that comes on the news that says, boo. This is a test. The test of the emergency broadcast system. That don't always come up. I wish it would. Because guys know, you answer that test this week, the same answer. When she asks that question 2 weeks from now, you better have the same answer. You better have the same answer, because you are being recorded. Unlike this phone, you're not gonna see that the red light is flashing, but you better believe it's on. I don't know about y'all, but I want to ask you this question. Who needed to hear that? Y'all have a good day.